Oh my goodness, you guys. I have found the very first mini album I have ever made. I thought it was the Happy Together one by Fancy Pants, but I had already started one like 2 years ago when my sister got pregnant. Maybe it was more than 2 years ago because oh my god, yeah, it was more than 2 years ago. Well, it was the very first album I have ever made, and I had a very, very, very limited stash of supplies. I had just started um, getting into the world of scrapbooking, and I hardly had anything. I didn't have like any glue, or I had only glue dots that I got at my dollar store. It was pretty funny, the things I had to improvise to be able to make a mini album, and it's not even completed. But anyway, I went to my craft supply store. It's like a big surface store, like a Walmart, but like a Michael's, but in Quebec. And they had this stack of paper, which I thought it was cute because it had all these funny characters on it, and I thought it was cute for a child, and it didn't look it didn't look feminine because she was having a boy. So my idea for the album was to make a pregnancy kind of journal and to take a picture of her belly each month and for her to journal each month. Like I said, it's not complete, but I'm looking at this and I'm really kind of impressed because I didn't have a lot of supplies. I was forced to be very creative and to use only what I had to make something that looked like something, So it forced my creativity, and I had to mix and match different things, which now I kind of I'm scared to do. So I'm looking at that right now, and if you see here, I used those school things that go on the sheets of paper to prevent them from tearing. I use that because I didn't have any eyelets, so it's pretty funny. And the base of this is you can see it here. It's a box. It was a box for a lamp that I cut because I didn't have any chipboard. So it's super lightweight. This album weighs almost nothing, but it's very interesting to see what I went through and what I did to this album. The title is Where Are My Feet? So I have this basic gray that's from the Origins collection. I had this chipboard flower that you can see here under here. That's part of the chipboard, and I have this huge Color Me Crazy flower from Petaloo, as well as this one, and this is like some kind of a embellishment that has glitter in it. It's super pretty, but I colored the flowers using my distress inks and water to kind of watercolor them because I didn't have any glimmer mist, and I kind of put different different colors in them, so um, it created a little bit of depth to them. And other than that, I put this paper that's not part of any collection, but it was just a cardstock that I had. It's the Bobani double dot cardstock, and I had this stamp that I put there and there because I thought it was kind of framing everything. And this is another chipboard from the Origins collection. So I basically took something from each of the collections that I had, which was very little. Like I said, I will post a picture of all my supplies. um, I'm not joking when I say that I hardly had anything. So the first 2 pages here are kind of place for journaling, and for that I used the basic gray basics collections. You know, they were one that was craft, one that was white, and the other one that was kind of cream colored. I took this is a basic gray stamp that goes with the Max and Whiskers collection, so I stamped that there, and I used my distress inks, and I put 2 colors on my stamp, and I thought I was super clever doing that, you know, but watching some videos on YouTube after that, I realized that I was not the one that invented that, but I was pretty happy that I came up with that idea anyway before seeing that. And here I made some pockets, and I cut some tags out of some cardstock, and I just kind of embellished them. I did the emboss resist technique here on this one as well, and went around it with the broken china. This side looks like this, and as you can see, I really was super into it because all these lines here, I did them with a pencil, and I really wanted to put as much details as possible in that, even though I didn't have anything. I didn't have any supplies to do anything, you know, so I really was pushing myself to find some ideas as to how to decorate this book here. I uncovered the corrugated cardboard. So this is the first setup for the first month of pregnancy, and believe me when I say that a lot of work went into this this album. This three year I hand drew it, and I then cut it out of one of the papers that's the wood grain paper, like this one. So I cut my tree, and there was one of the papers which I don't even remember which one is it, but there's one that this is the one. There's one it's just a bunch of leaves. So I took the leaves, I cut them, and I even stacked them one on top of the other with pop dots. And I had a bottle of stickles, so the one that's underneath had stickles around it, and the one on top don't. So you just kind of barely see the stickles, but they are there also. You know, I look at that and I almost think I was crazy. I don't even remember how I did this postage kind of thing here, and I cut out these little birds from one of the papers, and I cut out some eggs that I kind of free-handed, I guess. And oh my god, I did this little nest out of this looks like jute rope or whatever. And I remember the reasoning behind that was that these were kind of the couple, and they were waiting for their kind of baby birds to arrive. So this was the same thing with my sister. She had the baby in her belly, and she was with her boyfriend waiting for him to arrive. So and I forgot to say that I'm not sure if you can see it really in camera, but I went behind the tree before I put that down with some broken china distress ink to kind of mimic the sky a little bit, and I went around the tree with a pen to outline it, to define it a little more. And this is kind of hanging from the tree, and it was supposed to be glued down, but like I said, all I have was glue dots, as you can see here. So it didn't stay put. Oh my god, I wanted this to be so realistic. It's almost crazy. So this is to announce that this the picture for the first month, and the picture goes right here. And so I put one part of the sheet that I used to cut out the leaves, and the other part is this cream colored one, and in the middle I have a photo mat, and I can insert the photo under this ribbon here. And those are some more of these petal flowers here and here that I painted with my distressings in water. And here I kind of glued this ribbon with glue dots. This is absolutely funny. It's not even glued down anymore. And I can insert the picture under the trees here, which I fussy cut each one of them to make this border. This is so freaking funny. And what's funny also is that since I was very new to this, I have decided that I wanted to make a 6x6 album, but what I didn't realize is that this is a mat stack, so this is smaller than 6x6, so I could not cover all my pages with one single sheet of paper. So I had to even find ways to cover my page without it looking like I was lacking paper. So that's why I come up with these ideas of putting like one half of the page with one type of paper and the other half with another type, and put it kind of fancy, like it was made on purpose. This is the second month. It's very colorful, but I really like these little creatures here. So this one is here, and it says month number 2, and this is again from a stamp set from Basic Grade, from the Max and Whiskers collection, and I stamped it with my distress inks. It's the only ink that I had, and I had a gel pen that I outlined the hearts. I also cut out these little strips here to go around and make a border. This is super crazy. I drew some little flowers here. Oh my god, this is so funny, and I made it look like it's rounded to go with that. Oh my god, it's so fun discovering that. And this is kind of a sticker from the dollar store. It's super pretty. It looks like a candy, and I'm taking a lot of time, but it's only like 4 pages because it's really not complete. I stopped at some point because I was too exhausted to it was too much for my brain, you know, thinking about everything. So here what I did is this is, I guess, for the background is 2 sheets, but yes, I can see the seam here. So I put one half a sheet and one half the other sheet, but the way I put my mat, the seam is kind of hidden. And I have the funnel mat here with the little cute ribbon here, and these flowers were a set of primas, which I don't remember which collection it was, but I fussy cut that. It says Wonderful World, and I put that on dimensionals. It looks like the flower is farting a sentiment. And I turn the page. It's the 3rd month. And this here is actually a paper that's full of holes, and bought it in a couple of colors, but yeah, I never knew really what to do with it. But I used it here because I thought it was looking good with the theme, like, you know, flower and garden and stuff like that. So I took some of my fibers here and I weaved it around the page, and I thought it looked so great, but right now I'm not thinking the same at all. I don't know, I think it looks kind of weird, but it's so funny. I fussy cut this from the paper. Oh, did I? Or did I just... Yeah, I fussy cut that, went around it with my gel pen. I put glossy accents on top of it, and these were some stickers from, I don't remember. And oh, this is serious stuff. I put a rub on here. I fussy cut that, and I didn't even have any spellbinders or stuff like that, any die cuts. So I drew my own top note shape here. I was really willing. I could have made just like a square, a round or something, but I really wanted it to be fancy, so I was giving myself a lot of trouble, and it's so funny. I think it's so funny. Almost 3 years later, I realized it was in 2009, I think. Oh my god, that's old. That's really old. It's funny stuff. So on to next page. I don't know exactly why, but I had it in my head that I wanted to make like a flower pot here. I don't know, I got inspired by the flower, this thing here, and the flower I used here, and this thing I weaved through the flower, and I don't really know what I was thinking, but this is the place for the photo. Can it slip? Oh yeah, it can slip under it, and this is kind of like the border of the flower pot. I have this ribbon here, which I tied in a cute bow at the bottom of this branch here. And I made some couple of tags, always using my stamp sets that I was happy to have, using my distress inks that you can't really distinguish the colors because the cardstock is too dark. But anyway, that's still pretty. That's back in the time where I had so little supplies that I was using everything that I had, and that's why I want to do that with my next project. Here it's not even ribbon, it's paper that I made look like a ribbon, a polka dot ribbon. It's actually this cardboard here. I think it's super cute and funny to look at this. It's my very first project with almost no supplies. Here, I had a corner rounder though. I can see that. I really had a lot of fun with my corner rounder. You can see that I was looking I was watching a lot of Christina Warner videos because she used her corner rounder on almost every card. So that got into me. That and the damn white gel pen. That's where I got that. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's all coming back to me now. This is actually one strip of cardstock that I put on top of this whole piece here, and I did that with my corner rounder because you know there's a way where you can kind of do a border with your corner rounder. So I did that to this piece here, and I did it again to another piece of cardstock, which you can really well see here, the seam, and so it looks like the border of the flower pot. Oh my god. It's all coming back to me now. It's so funny. Oh, and I did that there too. It's not even a border punch. I did that with my corner rounder, and I remember having so much difficulty lining it properly. Oh my goodness. What a funny vintage stuff. So this is all inspiration for all of you out there that are just starting scrapbooking and don't have a lot of supplies. You can see you can do miracles with nothing. It only has to come from deep down your head, very deep. And I used one of my stamps to make this border, and I have this stamp, this not stamp, this I'm getting all excited. This is so funny. This is so much old stuff. And this tag here for to journal, but she never did that because I never gave her, because I never finished it. And I put that paper in the background here. So this is the last page that I did before I abandoned. So you can see this is about the size of one page. Of one page here. So I put that there, and I tore one sheet of the other paper and I put it on the top, and I put these flowers, these ones, these sprites or spritz one that I have. This is the other pack that I bought, these kind of brown ones. I use them with these dollar store half back pearls. I put a border here in which she could have inserted the photo, and I cut this little image that I find it was super cute, and I even was fancy enough to put glossy accent just on the edge here, the dark edge. Oh my god, this is so funny. Oh, this is so funny. Such good memories back in the days. And here I used one of my stamp set that was just a random stamp set, and this is the fourth month, and I had this sheet of letters from, yeah, this is graphic 45, and one more of these flowers, and I thought I was so clever to stamp this to look like the stem of the flower. And I put more flowers here, like a little cluster of flowers, and I use my stickles that you can barely see, but it's super shimmery here on this flower. And this bling from the dollar store. Oh, these are so old and good times. Okay, so this is the end of this album. I kept it, and I put it in a plastic bag with the intention of maybe coming back to it, but I don't think I will ever. But I like to keep it, and it was a very long time since I've looked at it, and it's making me laugh, and it's making me realize how big my stash has become since when I first started. So, you know, painting the flowers with the distressings and taking my time to do custom embellishments, I don't do that anymore, and I miss these old times. So with the other video I made about my project full of challenges, that's what I want to be making a little bit, you know. So be a little more creative and take a little more time to make, instead of just taking supplies and just paste them everywhere. So I want to thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope it inspired you to be creative with nothing, for those of you who are just starting, because I think that's a perfect example. So yeah, thanks for watching, and have a nice evening. Bye bye.